The amazing. Incredible. One of my very good friends, new friends, I guess, because we didn't know each other before Mary's Day. Anyway, the amazing Michelle Baders. She's going to be talking to you about the one-on-one close, which is another huge, huge thing in a class that determines your paycheck. So please, let's
Stop it. Anyway, thank you, Fallon, for that gracious introduction. I'm going to tell you something. I woke up this morning and I was smiling. Now, I usually wake up pretty happy anyway. And I was smiling and I was thinking, and I actually came up with something that I'm going to say to you later on. But it's good. I think it is anyway, so just clap when I do it. One thing we've been talking about, okay, Fallon, that was amazing. Okay, so you got your opening, you got your table closed. And what is mentioned in your flip chart, and our team in particular, we're going to start focusing a lot on our flip chart because it's in our kit for a reason. It gives us the words to use, it gives us verbiage, it gives people something really pretty to look at while we're actually talking. Sometimes, you have to get out of your comfort zone that, oh my God, they're going to watch me while I'm reading or something. They don't care what you're doing as long as you do it with a smile and with respect for them. So we have mentioned throughout this several times an individual close. So that's no surprise for them. So you've mentioned it several times throughout this night. And sometimes I've seen people do this as well, and I think I got this from Fallon. You can actually have a little tiny gift done up. Okay, maybe a mineral eyeshadow. Every time, and you're going to say, ladies, our individual close is so important that every time I mention it, you know what, I'm going to mention it several times, please pass that gift around. And wherever that lands at the end of the night, that lady's winning a free gift. So when I mention individual close, Kim is going to say, Kim has the gift, Jody's going to say, give that to me. So you're creating an atmosphere where they are a participant in this class as well. So we're done our class, we're after going through our placemat, if you have the placemats, and we all will. So what happens is you say, okay, how's everyone feeling, like Fallon said, then we're going to say, okay, who wants to go shopping? Put up your hand. Now, if you've created enough excitement, 9 times out of 10, someone's putting up their hand. If they don't, we're going to just say, okay, I can see you're excited by your eyes. I don't care if they're like a mute, they're going with me, okay? So you create the excitement level. So you're going to get her out. You're going to say, take your purse, girl, and come on out with me. Mary, while we're gone out, you can start serving tea and coffee. It's up to you. You ladies can have a chat. I'm going to hand out some color cards. Try those colors on each other. Your individual close is only going to take a few minutes. We're not getting them out there for an hour. People don't want to be there all night, okay? People have lives. So I'm going to take Wendy. So Wendy comes out with me. And what we do, we go into another room. Maybe in these open concept homes, a kitchen table now, and the fridge might be in the living room. So that's not a real great space. And people will tell you things in an individual close that they do not tell their friends, okay? This is all about coming from a place of respect for your client. We don't pressure sell. So you're going to say at the beginning of the night, Suzette, where in your house can I take the, when I'm doing my clothes? Because that's part of my promise that I'm going to give them a customized service at the end of this evening. It's personalized. That's how we're different from other places. So she says, girl, we got a spare room in there with a little desk. That's perfect, Suzette. I'll take them in there if that's okay with you. She's probably going in here and say, everything in here, my little dog's baby threw up in here yesterday. I don't care what the dog did in that room, we're going in there, okay? I'll say, don't worry. Women fixate on the appearance and acceptance of themselves based on their housework ethic, okay? I don't care. As long, and I always say that when I'm booking a class, I just need a flat surface like your kitchen or dining room table. My dear, we can work on that. Because you will get into a lot of different homes and you are just going to accept them for who they are. What happens is when you get them, say we do have a separate kitchen and living room, you're going to sit close to this lady. You're not sitting across the room in another chair. I'm going to sit close enough that I can almost touch Wendy. Because that creates intimacy. And that creates a feeling of, I can tell this lady anything. I trust this Mary Kate. But she's gotten to know you. She's with you now about an hour. And you know if people click with you. And we're very fortunate, I have to be honest. We're clickable. Be clickable, okay, if I could give you some advice. Don't have any judgment on that woman, just go along with it. Then you're gonna say, I'm so glad I spent some time with you tonight, Wendy. You're an amazing woman. And I love how that eyeshadow brings out your eyes. If that eyeshadow doesn't bring out her eyes, you're not gonna say it. You may say, I love how your skin looks. I love that lip gloss on you. You look like you stood up, you sat up taller towards the end. I could see a change. It's okay to tell that woman that. You don't know where she comes from. You don't know what she's going home to. We all assume everyone lives our life. And we know they don't in reality. Okay? Maybe she goes home to someone who's not even gonna acknowledge she's alive. Maybe she goes home alone. Maybe she goes home and she's not treated very nicely. I'll leave it at that. You don't know and her friends don't know. So we always just respect them, give them a great compliment. Then we're gonna touch our faces, Fallon said, how does your skin feel? They touch their face 9 times out of 10. Oh my God, girl, it feels amazing. Didn't you just love the 4-in-1 cleanser? Oh, I loved it, I loved it. So you're getting her opinion. You're letting her speak. When you go to mention, now Fallon referenced the placemat, okay? So that's one way of doing it. Pretend you don't have the placemats for a minute, because not everybody does. You're gonna say, after you've given her a compliment, you've gotten to know her a little bit, you're gonna say, you're gonna have a travel roll-up bag with you, you're gonna have your date book, and you're gonna have her customer profile. And that travel roll-up bag is gonna be between the two of you. Or you might even say, look, I gotta write this up, can you hold that for me? So she will take her travel roll-up bag, her Cadillac bag, or however you want to do it. She'll have something to hold. Then you're gonna say, Wendy, which set are you gonna start with tonight? What are you taking home? And you know what you do then? You stop speaking. It's uncomfortable, isn't it? Just listen. No words. People get uncomfortable with silence. But that is where you have to become comfortable. Wendy, what set are you taking home tonight? What are you starting with tonight now, girl? Stop talking. She has to be the one to break the silence. And she breaks that silence by telling you what she wants to take home. Some women are like, "Ma dear, I'm having it all, whatever's in this bag is going with me, blah, blah, blah." They're gonna tell you. But you'll also hear this. My friends don't know it, but I can't afford anything here tonight. Now, remember, she's walking back out into a room where people are gonna say, "What'd you buy, Wendy? Supposed to got all of that, not a life you're living, got everything." But, you know what? They don't know Wendy's story. So what I say to Wendy is, Wendy, how about this? How about we book in your follow-up appointment? Because they've also heard follow-up appointments several times throughout the class. It's in your chart, it's there for you to say. And again, pass around your little eyeshadow. So I'll say, Wendy, you know what? You know what, how I mentioned, I'm like a doctor, I wanna follow up with you. So what about if you went out and you said, I'm gonna get some products for free, my dear. I've got a class booked in for next Thursday night, and I am so excited. That takes the pressure off her. It saves her dignity, and it allows her to go out there and say, bunch of fools buying it, I'm getting mine for free. So you know what? You have to be prepared for any circumstance. And you have to, there has to be a kindness and gentleness about your Mary Kay. There has to be. This is a rough economy for people. People don't have money, but they still are entitled to a good time with us for that 1 hour. You know what? We probably made her forget that the visa's due tomorrow. We probably made her forget it's Pizza Day Friday and she still hasn't got $10 for Johnny. We probably let her forget that when she goes home, it's a really rough place to be. For that hour, she was equal to everybody at that table. And she started to rise above who she really is right now. My whole goal in a close, and I know my close may be a little bit different, but I think we're in sync. Mine is not always about the sale. It's how do you leave someone feeling? Yes, my love, yeah. Okay. Tell yourself something good.
Do you want me to step in? One of the things that I'll say, like right off the back, what Michelle said is, the person who speaks first in a close is the person who takes home the profit. So So that silence that Michelle is talking about, if you are the one to break that silence, you're the one going home with product. Let her talk, let her feel important. Let her tell you if she can afford it or if she can't or if she wants it all or she doesn't. Her opinion matters at that time. It's just like what Michelle was saying.
And listen to me, wanting to make money is not a sin or a crime, guys, come on, who
That's
doesn't
why
want money? However, when you give them your ultimate level of service, respect, and leave people with their dignity, that is when you become a millionaire. That is when you are worth more than any money, any pink Cadillac, any free Focus, any diamond. That is when you really are Mary Kay. Towards the end now, we're at, okay, so say now she doesn't have a salary, you know, she's a happy lady, not happy, but she's contented, she bought some product. All right, now Wendy, girl, when are we gonna book in your follow-up facial? Cause I have to know that when you have actually opened up the products, you've opened them up, cause how many women buy things, get excited, go home, fire it in the drawer, next thing, they're not even washing their face, can't even find what they bought. So I'm gonna say, I'm following up with you, Wendy, because I don't want that to happen. I wanna make sure you're using it, and I'll tell you one of the reasons you should stress this. When someone else mentions Mary Kay in front of Wendy, and if she bought the product and uses it, she's in love with it, and she's gonna start talking about, oh my God, I met this amazing woman, Fallon, we had the best time, she's coming to my house next week or next month. But if she doesn't open up those products and she's in someone's company who mentions Mary Kay, girl, I bought that, I don't even know where it is. That is not what you want out on the street.
Absolutely.
You want out on the street that she followed up enough to make her open those boxes. Women get busy, they're gonna take home their products that night. They may be a week, that's fine, but we are there to remind them. Okay, open up the boxes, cause I'm coming over. You got your follow-up facial book. Now you wanna try and get 3 or 4 ladies together with you. And when you offer her a follow-up facial, you're gonna do it like this. Follow-up mineral makeover, facial, whatever way you want verbiage you might want to use. You're gonna say, okay, I have my date book on my lap. Maybe the whole thing has nothing in it. She doesn't know that, cause I got it curled up on this cute lap. And I'm like, girl, I'm busy, but I can see you next Tuesday, or Thursday, I had a cancellation. And she's gonna say, Thursday, if that works for her, Thursday. 7 or 7:30, but the last thing you say 9 times out of 10 is the thing they will choose. So it's Thursday at 7:30, I'm gonna pencil her in, and you know what, I'm gonna call you, Wendy, in about 2 days, and I'm gonna get the names of the people who are gonna be joining us, so that I can pre-profile them, and I can have exactly what they need for their skincare. And also I'm gonna have a little treat for each one, probably as a small hand cream. People really, I never cared what I got for free or as a gift, as long as I got one. Anyone else here like that? Don't care, if I go to a shower, I'm going home with a potato peeler, but I couldn't care less, I am going home with something, okay? So, you have to be aware of, and once you do this enough, sometimes it seems cumbersome when you're listening to someone else up here speak about it, but when you exercise that muscle enough, you just know how to do it, it's automatic. You know, we go out and teach a child how to ride a bike, we don't say, go on and ride the bike now, come on, you can do that. Goes in two turns and he falls down, we don't say, well, that's it, we're gonna put that on eBay, cause you're useless, you're not, you're never gonna ride a bike in your life, you're 4 years old, you can't ride a bike. We don't do that, because we nurture. So all of a sudden we say, my love, it's okay, you fell off, man, we got the special boo-boo Band-Aids, you load them up with the bandages, okay? Then you're gonna go on, oh wait, look, you went further that time. You goes home, you even want to smoke and a drink, and you don't do either or. But anyway, the child thinks that they're riding this bike. You've already got 4 training wheels. I what odds about that? Oh, you're so good, you can't wait. Anyway, so you take them out. Don't you do that every day for probably a week? You're doing that with poor old Sally. Poor old Sally's hopeless on the bike. You don't want to say that. Johnny took right off. But you're going to have patience. You're going to let her exercise that, you know, I'm steady on this bike now, Mommy. Look at me. Yes, honey. So you're gonna do that, and all of a sudden, guess what? Because of your patience and your determination, and you exercise that muscle for her every day, that confidence muscle, she can ride her bike. Fair enough?
Yeah.
So when you exercise anything enough, it will become second nature to you. We don't think about, oh, I had to walk. We walk. You know, we don't think about that. We gotta dance. We just dance, right, Fallon?
Oh!
Are we dancers or what? So you know what? I want you to know that your table clothes, you're opening your clothes, your individual clothes. At that point, she may take everything you have. She will go back to the table like Fallon said, and she's gonna say, I got it all, wants to be you. And if Sherilyn goes out and says, she's taking it out, oh my God, I am too, plus one more item. You don't know, people, that's right. And
She knew who to
also,
pick on.
when you're in your individual clothes, you're gonna hand her a piece of information. And it's gonna be folded up, you say, if I give you something to read, would you read it? Okay, that's all you say, and anyone's gonna say yes. Mine are on pink paper, cause if it's white, it falls down her purse, she doesn't know it from the Visa bill. So, if I give you something to read, would you read it? You know what, I'm gonna give you a call in a couple of days, is that okay? Do I have your permission? Sometimes asking for permission makes them think they're in control. Do I have your permission to give you a shout in a couple of days? Yes, girl. I'll call you, till I get you, not a problem. What you're asking her to read is would you like? And this would you like is really an invitation to join our company. Flexibility in a career, tax deductions, career car, all of these things are listed. So we're gonna let her simmer on this, and then when we meet her again and give her a call, she's gonna decide this may be something for her, it may not be, but unless you offer it, you'll never know. Any questions on that? Did it make sense? You're gonna get out, the main thing is you treat them with love and respect. It's not about what you sell that night. That lady may not buy one thing that night. She may turn around in 6 months when the tide turns and buy $300 worth of product because she remembers how you made her feel. Anyway, yes, my love.
I have one question for you.
Sure.
When you review him, so when you were at the end and you were talking about booking that second appointment and how the date was there.
Right.
To Thursday, how did you transition that from the individual second meeting with her to the class? Can you just talk about
The
that?
second thing, a lot of times they'll assume it's a facial because we say, well, we're gonna have a follow-up. You need some more? You need a couple more in there. So all of a sudden, she didn't even got stripped on her. So all of a sudden, you're gonna be saying to her, is one-on-one first. Then you say, you know what? Seeing I'm coming there anyway, seeing I'm gonna be out to your house anyway, I would love it if you'd invite a few extra people. And you just do it so naturally. It's just, I'm coming to see you anyway, girl. What about if you invited a couple of girlfriends? And you know what? When you do, I'll have a couple of hostess gifts for you. Maybe your hostess gift is gonna be that she can get a couple of items at half price. Maybe your hostess gift is that she gets a hand cream and an eyeshadow. Right? But you set the expectation, I'm coming out anyway. Seeing I'm coming out anyway. And when you say things so casually, people don't feel as much pressure. They want to do it. Okay, so let's check down here too, because we've been saying this throughout on your flip chart. We are required to do this another way of doing it, saying we are required to do 2 facials on our clients, one today, and your second one, as I said, to check up on your skin. Remember, we offer reason we offer 100% refund and that we can live with it is that we do the follow-up and they try it before they buy it. And then it says here about $75 in free products. So you can read this over. We're gonna be reviewing, everyone in my team, we're gonna be reviewing a lot of this on Monday nights. So we're gonna dig down a little bit deeper on some of it. So this is a great tool as well, but you know what? And some people will want a follow-up facial and some people won't. That's just the nature of the beast. Anyway, ladies, that it for questions? Okie dokie, all right, ladies, thank you.